In this video, I'm going to run through a number of things in the all-in-one SEO pack, like how to get rid of a whole lot of dodgy pages from your website. The all-in-one SEO pack allow us to simply just tick some boxes to stop Google from indexing a whole stack of things, particularly like tags and categories and maybe other sections in your website that you don't really want Google to be showing to people. If you had this installed on your website, it should be up here under the dashboard. So we're scrolling down through all the sections. So we've got general settings there. So you come across the home page settings. We were looking at the SEO title of your website, crafting powerful SEO titles. And this is particularly important for small businesses in the local area because putting keywords into your SEO title can be very powerful. For big businesses, maybe for blogs, keywords may not be very powerful, but for small local businesses where you can put in a location, this is a very powerful way to get your website ranking. In all-in-one SEO, you actually put the home page title in the plugin itself. So you don't put it on the home page of the website like you do for all the other pages. You actually have to put it in here. You can put it in the home page of the website, but it won't actually show on your site. So if you change the home title in here, the SEO title, then it won't automatically change on Google. So that's the homepage SEO title. Then what we want to do to get rid of some of all these extra duplicate pages on the website. Okay, so what you want to do is scroll down until you get to custom post type settings. And what you'll probably find is that on yours, where it says enable advanced options, it will be disabled. So you want to actually enable the advanced options. And if you want to be able to craft SEO titles for various sections of your site, then you would tick the options there. So in this particular case, there's a lot of sections that we don't need to do SEO titles for. But what we want to do is keep going down until we get to the section that has, wait for it, no index settings. So this means, and this only shows once when you enable the advanced options. So what we're saying to Google is anything that I tick here, I don't want you to show to Google. So we want all the posts and pages to be shown to Google. We don't want the media section to be shown to Google because that means it will just create pages with an image. In this case, this website has products, so we want that to be shown. But we don't want the variations, the orders, refunds, coupons, all of this section to be shown to Google. Now, if you're not sure what's even on these sections, then what you will need to do is scroll back up, and on this left-hand sidebar, it'll have, okay, these are all the practitioner posts. So you can go in, have a look and see, well, what are these? Do I want Google to be able to see these? Testimonials. Now, in a lot of cases, when it has a section for testimonials like this or frequently asked questions, what will happen is that it will have 5 individual testimonials in this section, and your website will have a page that has those 5 testimonials. So we don't then want each individual testimonial to have its own page. So usually when it creates all these custom post types, if it's because all the frequently asked questions are going onto one page, then we don't usually want all the individual frequently asked questions to show up in Google. So that's where we would just tick those to say we don't want them to be indexed. You can allow them to be followed, that's no problem, so we don't tick anything there. But then we come down here and we tick it so that we don't index the categories, the archives, the author archives, the tag archives, and we also don't index page 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so just by ticking those boxes, you will actually get rid of a lot of duplicate content on your website, and it can significantly improve the rankings of the pages that you do want Google to see. Now, one of the things you need to be really careful of, regardless of which plugin that you're using, is if you tick no index for your categories and for some reason your website was getting a lot of traffic to these particular pages, then it could mean that you have a drop in traffic. So if you have Google Analytics installed on your website, then it can be a good idea just to check first to see whether, whether any of these categories were actually, or any of the tags were getting you a lot of traffic. But ultimately, when you really, really think about it, it's very, very unlikely that we're going to want somebody to go to a category page on a website, especially for a small business. It might be fine if you've got like a big blog or something like that, but in a small business, often people don't even have any categories on their website. They might have a few categories, but they might only have one blog post in each category, and we really don't want people to be going to that. So if you're a small local business and you're trying to be found in your local area for the services that you provide, then you're pretty safe to tick these. And that's what this particular training is aimed at. But if you're like a big, massive blog or a big business then you're going to have to be a lot more careful if you're ticking any of these categories. Okay, so that's how to do it on all-in-one SEO. Okay, so one more tip for the all-in-one SEO plugin. So remember when we went to this no index section, and we are allowing Google to see all the posts and pages on the website. However, you might have some pages that are just like a confirmation page, a thank you page. It might be a page that has a product on it that people are only supposed to see if the product has been sold, and you really don't want any of these pages to be found by Google. So what you need to do now is go to those individual pages and tell all-in-one SEO not to show those to Google. So we pick a random page, and if we scroll down to the page itself, because on the home page you had to do the SEO title and description in the all-in-one plugin, but on every other page you have to do it at the bottom of the page or post. So you'll notice that there's a box here, robots meta no index. So if you tick that box, then that means that we're asking Google to ignore this particular page on the website. So I don't want to do that for this page, but if it was like a confirmation or a thank you or some other kind of page that I really didn't want Google to see, then that's an excellent way of taking that out of the index. The other option is, like we saw, that some pages that you might not have finished yet, you can just convert them back into draft. So they might be published over here, and you can just click on edit, and then you can put them into draft and then click OK. So that's it for the all-in-one SEO plugin. If you found this video useful, please like it. Also, please do ask questions in the comments. Up next, we're going to go through how to use the Yoast SEO plugin to also remove the duplicate and thin content. Please search me up, Georgie Hope, on Amazon to find all my SEO ebooks.